Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'll be talking about heat rises and how to counter it in Eternity, which is the map of this week's Trials of Osiris. So this will be very helpful to you if you are trying to use heat rises or to counter it to get flawless in freelance or maybe just Trials of Osiris this week. First of all, heat rises is a solar aspect for warlocks. It will allow them to shoot their guns while gliding. It goes like this. So if you have the aspect equipped, you can glide and still fire your guns. The accuracy will be kind of bad. To make the accuracy better, you should use the artifact mod we have this season. It's called In-Flight Compensator. Increase airborne effectiveness of all equipped weapons. You can have this on your headpiece right here with some targeting mods for your weapon for more accuracy and aim down sight speed. So also you should be using a nade with a faster cooldown like firebolt grenade, because it's the nade with the lowest cooldown on the solar subclass. Pair this with 100 discipline and grenade kickstart on your gauntlet so you can get your nade the quickest possible, so you can spam heat rises and like you can chain heat rises. There is 3 common spots of heat rising from this side of the map, and there is only 1 common spot of heat rises from this side of the map. I will show all heat rising spots, their pros and their cons. So first, what you need to know exactly about heat rises is that if you kill the guy flying, for example there or there, if you kill the guy flying, his res will be in the last place where he was standing, while he was on the ground. I will show you. So for example, to benefit from this feature, to benefit from this option, you should start your heat rises from a place where there is enough cover for your teammates to res you in case you die. So I'll show you a quick example. If I start my heat rising from this staircase like this, and I peek heavy, then I peek ball 2, ball 1. If I get sniped right here, my res will be all the way back here in the staircase. So one of my teammates can just keep the enemy busy and the other one can get my res, and we are still 3v3 and we are not losing. This is not very consistent. Like 90% of the time your res will be at the place where you lastly were standing. But to make this the most consistent possible, you should not touch any surface, any wall or any ground, so you can make the most sure that your res will be over here. So here again, when you hit res, do not touch this wall, do not touch that wall, do not touch anything, just like peek like this, do not touch anything, and you can Icarus dash back. So if you die there, your res will 99% be here and not in the open. So a couple of mistakes people do when they do heat rises, they start their heat rises from this spot, which is very bad, because the opposite team will see it from ball 1 and they can easily cover it and your teammate cannot res you. I will show you the common spots for heat rises, and you will understand why they are common and why people with heat rises will have to use them. So another thing that you should know, whenever you are consuming your grenade, you will emit a white wave of energy around it that expands, and enemies can see it behind the wall. I will show you an example. So if you do heat rises behind this pillar like this, you emit a white shockwave that will be visible to everyone watching this wall. So if there is people like ball 1 or here watching this wall, they will see a big shockwave of white energy going out of the wall, so they can easily guess that you are behind the wall, and they can also see and they can predict your movement. You can either be here or here. For them, they see you popping heat rises. This also goes if you are trying to heat rises behind this pillar. So if you do this, the white energy glow will be visible to the guy ball 1. So if there is someone ball 1, he will see the white energy glow behind the pillar, and he can also predict that you are going to pick him from the top of the pillar or from there. So you have to keep 2 things in mind before consuming your grenade as a heat rises warlock. First, you have to take in consideration that in case you die, your res will be safe, and second of all, you will have to make sure that the enemy cannot hear or see the clues of you using heat rises, because also when you consume your nade, it makes a sound cue. You have to be far enough for the enemy to not hear you, and you have to be far enough from the wall so the enemies cannot see the white shockwave. That's why there is only few places where people can still use heat rises without you seeing all those clues. So those spots are here on this pillar. They heat rises like this, and they peak ball 2, they peak heavy, and then maybe peak ball 1. They do this because when they start from here, the res will be very safe. You cannot see it from anywhere except if you really push them hard. Like if the res is near the wall, his teammate can stick the wall and res him, and they can easily team shoot you afterwards. Another common spot is on this wall specifically. They jump, they heat rise this, and then they peek heavy, ball 2, ball 1, and then they go behind this pillar for more cover, so they can easily kill the guy ball 1 for sure. So the reason why people hit rises near walls is so they gain enough altitude, because if you press the forward button on a wall, you will gain altitude very easily. Here you can see them, so they have to be extremely on this edge, so you don't see them from this area. Finally, the third and best place to do hit rises, this is my personal favorite, is from this staircase. So here my teammates can easily back off here and res me very safely. The hit rises will go like this. You can go either left or right, and you can peek heavy, or maybe go from the right side and pick the guy ball. Even if you die, your res will be very safe. That's why hit rises people are very confident, because their teammates will be able to res them very easily. So the best high risk, high reward hit rises will be from here. First, you will have to cross from this area and then Icarus dash here, so people will not snipe you from ball 1 when you are over there. Whenever you make it here, you can jump hit rises on this pillar, and if you gain enough altitude, you will 100% kill the guy ball 1, because you can see the top of his head. He has to crouch or overextend for your teammate over there. You can 100% kill this guy without any nades if you do this specific heat rises. The other reasons why I love this heat rises on this specific wall is that I can kill the guy ball 1, shoot this guys underneath, kill this guys over here, check ball 2, check there, kill this guys here, check my radar, kill this guy here, pillar, or maybe there. So I can easily patrol all the enemy team area if I heat rise on that pillar. The only downside of this specific heat rises is that if there is a good player playing on ball 1, he can see the white energy glow going out of the pillar when I do my heat rises, so he will pre-aim my position and he can easily take cover by crouching. That's it basically on how to heat rise from that side, and I will show you how to counter people heat rising from that same side. So if you are from here, the safest and easiest way to counter heat rising people is to be around this box here, and you aim towards there, because he will be going from there to the pillar, and you can see him crossing from here, and you have this wall to peek shoot from, and he cannot really beat you because you can peek shoot and he can't. So next tip, if you are on this wall trying to catch people there and you see someone hit rising over here, you are dead if you try to go backwards. So if you see someone hit rising, if you are trying to shoot this and you see someone up there, make sure to drop so you take cover immediately. The other counter to the guys hit rising there, or there is to play ball 1. It's very risky, but if you are fast enough, you need to like jiggle and spam crouch at the same time. So you see him and then you crouch and then you peek shoot fight him, or maybe you jiggle like this and then you see him up there and then you crouch and you fight him. So make sure to crouch and jiggle so you spot him before taking any damage. If you take any damage from the guy hit rising, just crouch, wait for your health to recover, and then peek him again. Make sure to call them out for your teammate if you are playing with the team. The most dangerous hit rises place to fight from this specific spot is the guy on this pillar, because he will be above the pillar and you only have cover if you hug the ball and crouch. So like this, he cannot see the top of your head, but if you are standing, he can see the top of your head and you cannot see him completely, which is very lethal. So you have to spam crouch peek from like this area and fight with the guy above the pillar. See the guy here, see the guy there. So you can fight them from ball 2 like this, but be sure to not overextend to the guy bottom. Same goes for here. When you are fighting there, make sure to not overextend to the guy bottom. When you are fighting that guy, make sure to not show your back to the guys there. So that's it basically for heat rises. If the heat riser is here and if you are over here. Now if things are switched, if the warlock heat rising is from this side, here there is only one perfect spot for heat rises, and it's as follow. People like to jump on this box, jump like this, and heat rise for best altitude, and they peak like this, and then they peak you here and here. Here, the reason why people do not do this hit rises often is because the risk is very high, because when you are high like this, it's very hard to retreat. You have to do like double Icarus dash forward, or like double Icarus dash backward to go back to safety if ever someone peaks from there. So if you are playing freelance, it's a necessary risk, but if you are playing with a team, you can easily have someone ball 2 covering there, or you can easily have someone ball 1 covering there, and you can go for that move. But even if there is someone covering left side for you, even if you do this, there is nothing you can gain from it really, because people have cover from you behind this pillar, people have cover from you here, and they can easily take you down from this spot. So to counter the guy doing that specific heat rises, you can stand on this spot because you have cover from everything except from the tunnels, and you can easily take him down like this. Or maybe you can just put your shoot through barricade here and take the guy down like this, but you are visible to ball 2 and ball 1 at the same moment. If you are playing staircase, first of all, beware of trip mines on this wall because they will definitely kill you. Second of all, beware of people standing on that step there. They will be standing there and they can easily take your head down. They can also be standing behind this black wall, but if there is no one here, the heat rises person will be here in the sky box, so you should be aware. I just showed you like all the angles that you have to be worried about when you play from both sides, and that's it basically. Something I forgot to mention, whenever you are on this side fighting against the best side to heat rise, they will be there, or up there. If ever you manage to kill the guy heat rising, make sure to push this platform first as a team. Nade the guy over here like this, nade the guy over here, fight him, and you will see the res behind this wall. The res will be like here or in that staircase behind this wall. So you have to push his two teammates immediately after you kill him. Another tip I can give heat rises people is to heat rise in weird timing. Do not do it from the start. You can basically like jiggle peek from here, waste a snipe shot, then go back here, emote a little bit, and whenever you hear like gunshots from your teammates over there, you can heat rises and you will find them shooting your teammates and you can cast them off guard. The purpose of heat rises is to catch people off guard, so you can do it in weird timings to achieve just that. And if you are playing against it, always keep cover from the spots I showed you. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like this video to help me out with the algorithm. Comment to let me know what you think. Subscribe for more videos. See you on my next one, and peace.